Welcome back, everyone.
Indeed.
I'll do the recap since I'm the patient one.
Very well. Yeah.
So last session, it's been another one of those chill ones. I got to train in liquidation. Ram learned how to use a Z move. Eri learned
psychic.
boost. And yeah, how to psychic. And Eri was Titania was trying to recharge a gem, one of the fire gems, which she almost got. We saw Eri off after she learned Roost. Everyone was hugging her, not giving her space, and was like, and after that, Shaman checked up on us like, "Hey guys, you okay?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're fine." And after Ram requested that he hop on Reed's head and fly off, which he did, we're like, "Should we go home?" I'm like, "Do I have to?" And he's like, "Yeah, fine." And we spoke with Hawthorne. He's like, GDI thinks you're laboring with me now, and he's like, we're like, "You have a nice place, but we go a little stir crazy, so we're going to go home." And he's like, "But before you do, could you at least follow some leads?" We're like, "Sure, why not? We'll do it after winter." And we're about to go home, and in between sessions, we did a lot of shopping. We bought an ungodly amount of flour.
And plushies.
And plushies.
And healing items.
And healing items.
And team gear.
One of those being anti-radiation medicine?
Yes.
Just one. You know, because when if a moment ever comes that one of you will need it, it'll only be one of you. Of course.
I was under the understanding that Pokemon adapted very well to things.
Not to radiation.
You know,
I said you adapted to the phage.
I can tell you right now that regardless of how funny our DNA looks, ionization radiation would destroy it still.
Radiation types are super reactive against everything. Remember?
So,
I'm not sure that we could afford more, though. Continue.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're about to set off, but we're going to do something quick before we set off.
We actually had a team meeting.
Team meeting.
And made decisions together.
So, it's only how many sessions in, Fairy?
You guys didn't want to do it before. It's 38 sessions in. This is number 38.
38 sessions in! Even though you guys probably won't see this until June or July, maybe.
Yeah, I'm super behind.
Wow,
it's gonna be even later. It's gonna be freaking November.
Get called out, loser.
So behind.
Hey,
I go through the entire video and take out our random ass comments, and there's a lot of random ass comments I have to take out sometimes.
Hey man, that's something that you do to yourself, alright?
So what do you guys buy those pepper sprays for?
No, please don't do it.
Hey, let's give
okay.
Some take out.
Yeah, well, let me just mark the time now.
Well, Silas,
4:20.
We get them.
4 minutes in. That's a new record, guys.
So no, that definitely isn't a new record. I've done it way faster, but we get those so that we can fight off the horny invaders.
That's true.
Right. So,
God bless.
We returned to where we left off last time, where everyone had a fairly serious talk with each other. With Hawthorne with all of you with each other, and with you guys and the trainers, and Hawthorne and the trainers. It was a lot of serious talks. And so, preparation for that has begun. That was yesterday. Reeve and Aya have been making a lot of phone calls, logging into a lot of accounts on their computers. Hawthorne has mostly been doing his usual thing, now that he doesn't have to focus on Hope anymore, and is mostly ironing things out as he agreed with the authorities.
The authority.
All of you have been organizing your bags. And Smalls has asked more than once, are you sure this is enough flour?
No, I don't think this is enough flour.
It's not.
No,
it's not. We
it's
need more,
not. We
actually.
cannot fit it all in your inventory, Smalls.
Can you carry more, Smalls? Can you actually carry more? That'd be great.
Despite having their voice returned to them, Hope is still not the most talkative. It's not exactly like flipping a switch. They've gone most of their life by being mute, communicating while being mute. So now they only really talk in situations where not talking would make it more inconvenient.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta get used to it.
So,
We're still
As I
reading
know-
vibes.
if I notice that, I'm going to ask him, you've been awfully quiet this entire time. You know that?
He gives you this flat look. Well, yeah. I only recently got the ability to talk back.
Ram gives disapproving look at Marcus.
Just making sure everything's okay, you know? Just wanted to say, see if you were alright, and
I'm
That is
feeling great, actually. Better than ever. Actually.
that's good, so just to let you know, we'll be going home soon, okay?
I feel like that if my physical power could be measured, I could roll 12 dice against something.
Team numbers.
Ram looks very confused.
12 dice against something?
I'm kind of taken
What
back
does he
by
have
this
12
comment and
dice
say,
in?
okay, so, yeah, just wanted to just make sure you were alright, Just... Because we could have a bit of a long trip back home.
He shrugs.
Alright, just...
Also, Ram.
Yes.
Hawthorne would have pulled you aside for a moment.
Uh-huh.
Right, I might as well do this. This is why we do it in this system. So, Ram, I just thought I'd give you a heads up on something.
Ram looks quizzically at Hawthorne.
So after going through a physical and evaluation, Hope should be perfectly fine now. Most importantly, he's no longer in pain. He's should also be feeling much more capable.
Tilted head.
That much I already explained about the procedure. That's why we did. But when I got everything back in order and had all the switches properly flicked on, so to speak, something strange happened that I was not expecting.
Ram writes down, and what is that?
I highly suspect, and I didn't test it because I would have to be a monster to test it, that Hope has an ability he shouldn't have.
What ability is that? Ram's just gonna write down.
Regenerator.
Ram looks very confused.
He
How
shrugs.
could he have gotten that?
He shrugs back. I don't know, but your little friends has super healing.
Wait.
It actually occurs to me that, as I said, Hope was under such a strain and damage to his body that I didn't really understand how he was still functioning somewhat normal. I think that ability might have always been active, and that was how it was compensating.
Oh. So now that he's not having... So Ram writes down, now that he's not having to heal himself, it may actually benefit him.
I'll tell you this much. He's going to recover from harm faster than all of you will. A regenerating Eevee. Huh. I suppose it's a good species to do that with. Although I've never really heard of artificial abilities.
Ram's gonna write down, it's kind of concerning what Balin and Strangelove were possibly able to do if this came from them.
Yes, I concur, which is why I must again stress that please, can you find him and find out what the fuck shit he was doing?
Ram is gonna write down, we actually have some information to give you, but Marcus probably knows more than I do.
He raises his eyebrow. It's a little late for that, I thought. I thought we already had this talk.
Ram's gonna kind of wiggle back and forth and just write down, it's not exactly about them, but it's about Atlas.
Yes, that's what I mean. I thought we already had this discussion. Is there something you failed to mention?
Mount Headstrong? Question mark?
I don't recall a Mount Headstrong being brought up.
Ram
When I
chuckles
asked you
awkwardly.
when I asked if you had any leads,
Ram does that very anime, like, hand up to head and, like, acts like he's hitting himself. It makes a dumb face. We forgot.
he just stands there kind of at a loss of words.
We have a lot going on, you know.
I see.
Ram is gonna psychically call for fucking Marcus and Titania.
No, allow me! He starts walking off.
Oh, Ram is floating afterward very slowly, like, oh shit, I'm in trouble now.
I approach.
Ram's gonna preemptively write down, when we were investigating the poachers, Marcus found a book, and until we started talking about it, I kind of tended to forget that it had information in it. He knows more than we do, though.
Marcus.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you're in the garden. For Zin.
Indeed.
When Hawthorne opens the door, looks around, and immediately focuses on you as he walks over, and you can see his brows a little knit together.
And Ram is
what
following.
looks like a mild bit of irritation. Marcus.
Ram looks very guilty right now.
I give him this look and shrug it on my notebook and write down. Is there a problem, officer?
Very funny. Is there something about a Mount Headstrong that you failed to mention to me?
I sigh and say, look, it's been a bit of a week. One of us has been under a knife. I've been training. I've reconnected with family, so I'll make this short and quick. I recovered a book of, like, what can I call out of character? What should I call the book?
It was a ledger.
A ledger. I recovered a ledger that had mostly just irrelevant information, just things that were abstract, devoid of context, but it mentioned a Mount Headstrong.
Do you still have this book?
It's at home, and I can mail it to you.
Ram also writes down, or we could send you pictures.
And you recovered this from poachers that were Atlas. And it has multiple mentions of Headstrong in it. Is this correct?
I nod, I draw up a map of the East Enos area, put a star where the burnt village is, and say, yes.
He kind of rubs his forehead. And what were you planning to do with this information?
Ram's gonna write down, we were thinking about telling the ranger, but we didn't super get to that because of chaos and not trusting humans.
And I flip over a page and say, last time I tried to reach Glenn, he was pretty busy and had your... I think about it, and I do know Nat's the protege of Hawthorne, right?
Nat had worked under Hawthorne. It continues to.
And I write down, that was when I found your protege at his home, and at the time I didn't think to bring it because, frankly, that's been least of all worries considering what's been going. Considering we've been busy too.
Ah, yes, I posted her there to be close to all of you.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
She'll be your way to contact me if you don't use a phone or something.
I nod and say, if you want me to, I can probably, assuming she's still there, I can probably give her the book and have her send it to you. Because the pictures aren't really, that good quality.
All right. Yes, I would like that.
Genuinely, though, I apologize for this.
I just don't know if you were keeping that to yourselves because you intended to go look into it personally.
Ram gives judgy look at Marcus from behind Hawthorne.
I flip the page and say, as much as it thrills me, we're down one member, so I'd rather not. Thank you.
Okay. I'm trusting you in this. Not that I... never mind. Well, good to know. Anything else you failed to mention?
Ram's gonna write down, there's a lot of things going on nature-wise that we can't account for. Do you know anything about a Mega Lux Ray?
A Mega Lux Ray. Doesn't ring any bells. I know of them.
Ram's gonna write down... What were we saying,
Continue.
Marcus? Ram's gonna write down, there was a Mega Lux Ray that was abducting Pokemon. We don't know if it's associated with anything, but it's a Mega Lux Ray abducting things. We don't know if it's important or not.
The Megas out in the wild are exceedingly rare. Mainly because you need the stone, regardless of if you have a trainer or on your own. And finding the stone when you're a natural wild Pokemon roaming around is something that's made much, much easier with human infrastructure.
Ram chuckles. Ram chuckles thinking about the tribe but says nothing.
And I had this aha moment and say, well, first out of character, Titania, the guy that Kendall mentioned, purple eyes.
Yeah, the alien. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to write down to him, this might be a long shot, but a friend of ours knows a individual with pale skin, purple eyes, and I give him the vague description of like what Kendall gave me and see if it rings any bells.
You see him frown deeply. Who is this friend of yours?
I write down.
Ram's gonna write down one of Clint's Pokemon.
He is a most recent capture. I add.
I see. Well...
Very old, very wise, very knowledgeable.
How old?
Old enough to be a veteran.
A Ninetales.
Yeah, a Ninetales. Yeah, he gets two messages at the same time.
A veteran of the war. Yes. During the initial stages before the invasion properly started, I was not alive at the time, but it has thoroughly been looked into. One of the things that they did to initially weaken our defenses and made it, as the initial invasion, as devastating as it was they use their cloning technology to create infiltrators.
I raise my eyebrow and write down. I'm not a scientist, but I've read somewhere that they're not carbon-based, silicon-based, not carbon-based like we are. How would that work?
That is correct. Well, they were cloning a carbon-based life form.
And I can assume they were putting genes to make them, recognizable to them, that despite these genes being silicon-based, and a carbon-based life form they were creating.
I don't fully know. That was not my area, but I will say that the traits you described are eerily reminiscent of some of the infiltrators' physical descriptions.
How many of these infiltrators exist?
If I could tell you that, we wouldn't have been very effective infiltrators, now would they?
But wouldn't there be an estimate, I guess?
I believe, for a worldwide invasion, I could only assume maybe a couple thousand.
A couple thousand. And assuming these things were made to be able to reproduce?
We don't know that. We don't even know if they age quite the same way as we do.
I mean, I nod and say,
most of them, when things actually went down, it turned coded, and they were either killed in the ensuing conflict or joined the enemy side as foot soldiers and died in the conflict.
So
There's a lot of chaos in that time.
I nod and say nothing else.
Whoever this friend of yours is, sounds like they knew one. Although I don't know why it would be relevant now, unless they age much slower than humans do. I think that's a question you should bring up with them. And if you don't mind, just let me in on it.
Well, we'll tell your protege about it.
Be very careful. After the invasion, some remnants were left behind. This is the exact reason many of our cities are still off limits. There was a very thorough eradication program put in place after the war to make sure they wouldn't be a problem. What remained of their forces were hunted down rather zealously. So, if such an individual does exist, they evaded that somehow. And this individual most likely is their descendant of some kind, if they age normally and can reproduce, which are both assumptions. The other possibility is that they could simply age slower than we do. And it's one of the ones from the war, which would be alarming.
I nod and say, nothing else for me then.
Well,
I do have something to ask you too.
Yes.
Get the message from me. Do you have a contact with? Oh damn! I forgot to write where he's from. Did I ever find out where this policeman was from? Was he from the?
he was in. He was from in. Dang it! Now I'm blanking on the name too, but he was from the same city as Sunstone.
Yes.
New Sunstone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the same city.
So over in Nikiria.
Yeah.
You do know the city location.
Yes. Yeah. So I ask if he has any contact with the police in that location.
The GDI, the Trainers Association, Pokemon Professors, and the League are all tied together in certain ways, and we have ways to pull those strings in other divisions. I suppose I would get some questions as to why I'm looking into it. But, as a Pokemon Professor, I have quite a lot of prestige in our culture, as you well know.
If you could get me the contact of a policeman named Hendrik Keld. Hedrick Keld, not
That is a highly specific request. And I would like to know why you're looking at this Keld.
He has one of my old Pokemons. I want to make sure he's fine.
Yes, I think I could do that then.
Mm-hmm.
And this is totally not because you have information you're withholding that he's an Atlas insider, right?
She sounds, she looks scared and she says, I hope not. He's gonna get what's coming to him if he is. And he's treated my song bad.
I open up my notebook and draw a donut being punched through.
Very well. Any other questions?
Is gonna write down his question. It doesn't have to be right now though. Ram is gonna ask if there's any way that Fiona can hack his Pokedex to allow downloads, but prevent any uploads from coming out of his Pokedex. And he's gonna request Nat's data on altars and the dimension that they come from, if she has any.
You might as well add the TMs on top of it.
And the TMs. And if he has any kind of TMs or extra funds that he'd be willing to give us.
And can you give us TMs, some more cash, Peppa, please?
And then Ram writes at the end, he's going to say, I'm just trying to be prepared for whatever comes at us. Veery would never do this, but Ram is just goddamn. Ram, I feel like a mooch.
You are.
I really am, but Ram would have access to this, and he wouldn't have to ask.
I see. Well, I can have I can transfer some of the information over to
Nat?
Nat.
Yeah.
And she can fill you in. It's a rather extensive subject.
And I also write down, I don't have any more information for you, but do you have what I requested about my father?
What did you request?
Information about my father. It was last session.
Yes. Again, there is not a lot of that because he was an agent and all of it's classified.
Did you at least talk to Clint?
I have not.
Alright.
I have been preoccupied. What's more, you should probably have the opportunity to ask him yourself.
Was planning to.
Ram?
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting asked other questions before I can reply.
Sorry.
The first question was about
The alter data from Nat. And Fiona being able to hack my Pokedex.
Oh, yes.
So that I can get downloads but not send anything out.
He shakes his head. No. That phone that was given to Titania was given to her directly by the GDI. Fiona is rather talented, and I can get away with a lot of things, but that is not one of them.
Ram pulls out his Pokedex and waves it at him. Pokedex, not phone.
Yes, I understand. And again, the Pokemon League would have to give you that workaround.
Ram looks very dejected.
Titania will link over to Ram and whisper to him, can't you try to use nanites to do it? Can't you ask the nanites to do that?
Ram looks at Titania and shrugs. I don't know if a Rotom can't fucking do it. I don't know if I can. We can try.
She shrugs.
I just don't want to accidentally dox us again if I scan something.
She rolls her eyes and says, you already did, Ram.
I doxed you, not all of us yet.
Well, I mean, that's it for me.
And finally, yes, I have some TMs that I might be able to share.
Money?
What? Which? Whence?
So some of them ended up being pretty interesting.
Ooh.
And I still need to get an actual.
Also,
Of all the icons I didn't import, the TM symbol was not one of them. So I'll have,
right, this the CD.
The CD.
yeah, I will have to grab that, and I will grab that in just a minute when you guys are talking about something else inevitably. But
Mhm.
Okay.
I wanted to say something. Right. It doesn't have to be extra money. He could just give us the Devon scope. I asked him about that.
you did, and he has that for you.
Yes,
We have no space for it.
I just wear it.
We can shove it in my bag. I got 2 slots.
I can wear it.
Good Jesus.
You guys get so fucking sugared down. The hell?
Hey, he literally said that the government is giving him all the money.
Yeah.
And they only had 10k for us? Are you kidding?
I know, right?
Can I actually wear it, or is it something that I need to hold?
You can put it on. You could wear it.
Thanks.
It comes in a
you.
carrying case,
Okay.
Thank you, Silas.
purse-like in nature.
Mhm.
Now, continuing, 1 and 2 isn't very great. 4 is better.
Oh, but I have slots. I don't have to wear it. No matter.
And 5 TMs. And I'm being extremely generous. So,
Thank you.
and those 5 TMs ended up being Bulldoze,
Yikes.
Vital Throw,
Ooh.
False Swipe,
Mm.
Thunderfang,
Damn.
and the wild card, Powder.
Ooh, powder.
Powder. What's powder?
Cocaine!
Can I learn bulldoze?
What's powder?
Look it up.
I need to look it
Ahina.
up. Yeah. I remember it's nice.
Oh,
a 3 dice of damage to the next fire type attack that hits the target. Yep.
Oh.
Shit.
It's kind of a slightly different helping hand.
Imagine it like hit for like an Elden Ring or Dark Souls equivalent. Imagine it's basically beating someone in the face with an oil pot and then giants flaming them.
That could be really good for smalls.
Yeah, that's actually a good move for smalls.
Bulldoze would be real freaking nice for area. Marcus, probably.
I could use it definitely.
The only problem is its area.
It's area, yeah.
All I would have to learn is magnetize. Magnetize?
Magnet Rise.
Magnet rise. Magnet rise.
Magnetize is the thing that like attract.
I'm not against Thunderfang either. It's got flinch chance and paralyzed chance, I believe.
Magnetize is for the next 4 rounds. Users gain immunity against ground type moves.
Thunderfang's good.
I mean, Thunderfang is good. We can teach that to Shoko.
Crap, we can teach it to Smalls, me, Hope.
You don't have Brawl.
It's
But
still.
yeah, Hope, yes.
I mean, it would still be Chip. My dexterity's gonna be high enough that I wouldn't need Brawl.
True, but also if they don't want to chance it, they can just dodge it or smack you.
Ram's gonna write down on the paper, how many are you okay with giving us? I feel really moochy right now, and I'm not used to this. My lab would have let me take whatever I wanted and return it later.
You can. I'd be willing to part. Well, first of all, you will need a trader's assistance to teach you anything from these moves, and if you need them, take them.
Can you repeat real quick which ones so I can put them in our shared notes?
Bulldoze, Vital Throw, False Swipe, Powder, Thunderfang.
Oh,
Yeah,
False Swipe's the one I
somebody
forgot.
write that down, please.
I have them all written down besides False Swipe. I'm taking notes. I'm just not putting them on the doc.
TM list.
I
Why does-
personally think that Thunderfang, Bulldoze are the two highest priorities, then Powder, and then Vital Throw, and then False Swipe. I have room for one item.
Actually.
Or two. Wait, 1, 2, 6? I don't fucking know. None right now, because I still have the dolls.
Why does it automatically do that bullshit?
Google Docs.
Ram is... I'm just gonna say that immediately after this, I'm giving the fucking dolls to Shaman or the Shaman dolls away. So Ram's gonna...
Wouldn't we have done then give them when we bought them?
Yeah, but we didn't have the event yet.
Yeah.
So in theory, Ram's gonna grab at least Thunderfang. Do you not have any spacer?
No.
Okay, so
I
then
have,
Ram is gonna grab
Wait, I
Bulldoze
do.
too.
I do. I think. No, I don't.
Oh, right. I have one more space.
Oh.
So it's gonna be Thunder Fang. Where the fuck am I writing shit? There it is.
I like to have Bulldoze because I want to have something against the Nitro.
Bulldoze.
And it's actually a decent area attack I can have.
Yeah.
An
I-
area attacker is gonna fuck
Disconnect.
everyone.
That's why. Okay,
There
I was
it
gonna
is.
say I
Let's
can't grab
go.
anything.
No,
That's
it's
why.
gone.
That's
Yep.
why.
So Thunderfang, Bulldoze, Powder.
False Swipe and
Vital Throw, False Swipe,
Yes.
Thunderfang, Powder.
Vital Throw, False Swipe, and 3, 4, 5. There we go.
yep, true. Except
Oh,
you.
oh. How do
Oh,
I
never
make it not? Yeah, let's fix it. How do you make it not like?
Trademark. Oh my god, dude. Fuck.
Yes.
What?
What,
Is
you just- You just do like that.
Oh,
Okay, you
thank
guys,
very much.
you guys do that.
There you go.
I don't know what's happening.
And
I'll
as a
be right back.
wisdom stone,
Did we
have,
lose Silas?
I'm having
Oh, sorry.
I'm here.
I'm having some technical issues.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if we lost you too.
I hope you saved the table after we did all of our fucking inventories.
It auto saves.
I mean,
Okay, so
Evidently, the 4 or 5 hours you had last time was not enough time. But I will need to back out momentarily to reset some things. Who the heck was that?
huh?
I stole the TMs.
Nothing. Ignore me.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
I could have sworn I heard the Discord leaving sound.
Oh, I didn't.
Anyway. So, where the fuck were we?
Stealing TMs.
I
Yes.
gave you them.
And I think Ram also had a question for you.
Yeah.
Ask the question, and no one ask another question until I've answered Ram's question, please.
Ram is gonna write
Okay.
down. Ram is gonna write down, and ask Hawthorne, "Did you know any way to make status seeds like Sleep Seed able to be regrown? Like if we planted them?"
He raises his brow. No, I am not an agricultural expert.
Can you Google it?
Can you Google?
Can you poke it? I don't know.
So you want me to spend my time Googling something that you can Google?
Ram looks at him and points at Pokedex and then writes, "No Google."
I have it.
Ram,
I said
Ram,
to
Ram. Okay, Ram just nods and says, or writes down, "Thank you so much for everything, Hawthorne. I really do appreciate it. I know we're not the best guests."
Nor we were planning to be guests. So.
He shrugs. I wasn't exactly planning to be the best host. Now, if you need me.
And then as he leaves, he gets a message. You're plenty nice as a host.
He's like, these goddamn Pokemon sending me fucking text messages. All right, so let's get rid of these fucking Pokedolls if everyone's cool with that.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been while we were shopping, so...
Delete them. Destroy.
See if I can actually carry things.
Would they
Destroy
be
the child.
coming? Would they be coming with us shopping, or are we like at
The shopping has already happened.
Okay.
Yes, but we are going back in time to do an actual interaction, Silas. Because this would have happened when we did that.
You would have been with... Fiona again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Yeah,
we'll
but
do it
I
when we
mean-
get back.
I don't know, but could we have gone out buying shit without trainers?
You could have, and presumably you did. Is that when you got the plushies?
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. And also the miscalculation of ingredients. Hey, there was a 3-for-1, and we couldn't really pass it, you know?
Oh shit! I'm so bad at grabbing things. Sorry.
You're too impatient when you try to pick
No,
something up.
That's sky and that's land. I don't know.
Aya takes hers and hugs it immediately,
Yeah.
while Reeve gingerly takes his and looks at it kind of quizzically, confused, and looks down at you guys. You're buying us toys.
Ram is gonna write down. Think of it as a goodwill symbol of our new partnership. Something to remember everything that's happened so far by. Ram is grinning as big as a lowland Raichu can.
Reeve just looks at you like, and looks down at the toy. Thanks.
Ram's gonna take the toy and set it on his head. It looks better here, and he's gonna write it down.
And then when you're talking about that, you turn over to the Tanya and she's like, guys? And there is like 3 more boxes of ingredients on the ground.
Ram looks at Titania like, Jesus, I thought this was gonna fit. It's not gonna fit, is it?
No, I fit as much in our bags and hopes and
With a deadpan expression,
and
Reeve
hope.
takes the shaman off of his head and puts it in his backpack. Aya continues to hold her shaman.
Yes. And then Reeve gets a message. You said you have an RV, right? Could we store the extra ingredients in there, or should I go return them?
He sighs. There should be extra room.
Yay. She's like, yay, heart, and then she's like, I'll make you some banger bread when we get to the village.
Ram writes, I'm sorry, on the notebook and just shows it to Reeve and then puts it away.
And then I'm gonna be like, all right. And then I message Aya this time and like, when we go back, you guys need to stop at High Castle, right?
Third castle, yes.
Third Castle, I always mix them, I'm sorry.
That is where our house is that we are going to have to move out of. So there is a lot of things that I need to handle over there that's not phone related.
So, we need to stop by Shaman's village of Pokemon. It's close enough to Third Castle. You guys could come there if you want to actually see Shaman and not just in passing. We need to talk with him anyways.
Eyes light up and she looks over at Reeve with a open mouth smile. When Reeve has a bead of sweat forming on his brow. Is that legal? What do you mean legal? We're not supposed to go there. That's a no-go zone. Oh, I'm sure it'll work out.
Titania says, we already told him that we were bringing you guys with, so it should be fine, at least on their side.
Ram's gonna write down, can we ask Hawthorne if you can come to get permission to go to a restricted zone? Because that's gonna be an issue.
Yeah. and then I also add, you might need we are gonna go to our village afterwards, and you guys are gonna go to Third Castle to get your stuff sorted, so we can butter up our leader before you guys show up and he goes all Gigantamax on you guys, on you two, on you three actually.
A Rowan walks by taking a drink from a thermos with a magazine under his arm. And he overhears this conversation as he walks past. And you see him take out the magazine from under his arm and roll it up and bop Reeve on the head. As he turns to him, kind of irritated, Aya too, as without even stopping from drinking his thermos, Rowan fishes out what looks like a license of some kind and waves it at them with a "really, guys" kind of look.
What does he wave? Sorry?
A license.
Ooh.
And then Reeve and Aya both had their eyes open up. Oh! Aya kind of looks at them. So that's what the apprenticeship for the professor was for. That gets us in. Right, we were made assistants for his research, and that's why we got it. Right.
Nice.
And you see Rowan just roll his eyes and keep walking.
Titania is losing it, and is just laughing.
I'm following.
Well, I mean, she gets the message. I guess that's sorted.
Someone in their 20s versus someone in their 30s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's sorted then.
Yeah, huh. So, we will need to stop at Third Castle, and where exactly is this place?
Well, it's southwest of Third Castle.
Ram's gonna write down, have you heard of the Tree of Life? Giant tree.
Oh, well, that's farther south of Third Castle, so we'd have to stop before we got there.
Ram's gonna write down, how long do you think you'll be in Third Castle? It might be okay. It might be a good idea for us to let them know you're coming there too.
I'll need at least a couple of days. It's a whole house.
Well, we're gonna be walking
And the stuff
there.
I can't
so...
and the stuff I can't take with me, I gotta put somewhere.
No, the thing is, we need the ad start for Valor. Valor and the other people might need more time than Shaman does.
Give us 3 or 4 days, and then we'll try to follow you.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, but you can come down to Radiant Hollow, and then go back up to Third Castle. We need the time, as I said, to butter up our actual tribe leader,
Ram's
and the
gonna
other
write-
people too.
Ram just writes Mega Dragonite.
Mm-hmm.
Reeve just blinks.
And then I write Dynamax.
He goes a little pale. No, you can't be serious.
Ram writes down, that's not even the worst threat.
Okay, I guess I'll find out.
And then I say in normal voice so that only Ram can hear. And also, your dad has access to a hero dungeon.
Ram's gonna just kind of like chuckle and be like, they have no idea what they're walking into.
Yeah. And Titania chuckles and says, yeah, we need the head start. A week is plenty.
Yeah, Barricade seems a little trigger happy sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So
All right.
So it's better if they come to Radiant Hall, get their feet wet, and then they get like a week to do their own stuff and come to us.
Yeah, they might as well go meet Clint anyway.
First they got to get the third castle, and they have to stop there to deal with their things. And Radiant Hollow is farther south.
Yeah, but it's a few days only.
Yeah, so you're asking them to drive past Third Castle, past their responsibilities, and keep going to Radiant Hollow, chill there, and then head back to Third Castle, drive north again, and get their stuff.
Yeah,
Silas,
you're overcomplicating
how many chances does a human get to actually see and talk to a mythical?
Think of the environment, Locale. All that gas and pollution. I don't know.
I'm saying that the sooner they deal with their things in Third Castle, the sooner they can actually leave for real.
Yeah, but as I said,
we might be there for a couple days anyway.
Reeve is looking at a map on his decks, and he scrunches his brow. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Titania shrugs and is like, well, if you don't want to see Shaman...
I'll see Shaman. I'll head south after my house is empty.
Well, yeah, but we won't be there. I don't know if he's gonna let you in without us.
Reeve just pitches his nose. We'll figure it out along the way.
Fine.
Is there anything else to cover?
Did I forget something, very?
I think that's it. Oh, timeout.
It's dead again. Let's go.
God damn it. Why is it... Someone better not be fucking with something.
I don't think I touched anything.
Alright, the game has stopped its bullshit after you'd all disconnected. The game is still technically up.
I think that's it.
We did Monday. We talked about Aya. We asked the team. I don't think we have anything else to talk with our trainers.
Okay, I need to ask something.
Yes.
You want to search for the person that you noticed for a little while before you leave?
Do we?
Ideally, yes.
No.
I mean, it's... I'd kind of like to get out of the city today.
How would you search? Just tell me how you would search.
I think that we would go out into the area where we initially found the scent and just kind of linger.
Yeah, so I think it's just better we just leave.
Marcus caught wind of them in the middle of a busy intercrossing on a random street in the middle of town. So it was a pure coincidence that it even happened at all. Because of dice.
It's unlikely we'll encounter that again. Highly unlikely.
Highly.
Mm-hmm. Well, even better.
So, I just say we just get out of the city and go home.
Yeah, I'm fine to progress the story, because I don't really see it being successful. Or worth it.
Oh, story progression!
I mean, we can still do it, we just fast forward it.
Nope, we're going We're going out of the city. We're going home.
They're
We
leaving.
did tell Hawthorne that we found him in the city, right? Or we noticed the
Yeah.
sentence.
You
city?
did.
Okay.
He
Sorry.
kind of brushed us off.
Okay.
He said much like I said. Well, that's alarming, but unless you have a specific way to find him, good fucking luck.
Anyways, so what happens now, Mr. GM man?
Okay. One too many disruptions for my taste.
There we go.
Hawthorne knows you were leaving. You kind of planned around this whole thing, leaving now. The whole point of staying for 2 weeks was to wait for Hope to get out of the oven and then leave. So he's been anticipating it to happen at some point now. Reeve, after it is finally time to maybe start getting going somewhere, sets off to go get what you're going to be heading south in from the garages nearby. While everyone else is gathered together, waiting for him to return. So are we sure we have everything?
I give a thumbs up.
Ram just kind of doesn't say anything and like doesn't write anything, but he says, "Probably not," and then just writes, "Yeah, we're good."
I nod.
Well, it was an unexpected visit, but things have certainly been entertaining while you've been around.
I know. I'd get out my notebook and write down. Well, thanks for being such a generous host for us.
Oh, I'm just trying to avoid an international incident.
I give a thumbs up again.
Ram's gonna give a hug to Leilani.
She hugs back. You will not need another shower.
God damn it.
I
Also hugs for Soul and unfortunately Oracle and anybody else as goodbye.
look at Kinsey, wave goodbye to him, and then start leaving with haste.
Hawthorne nods, and you say your goodbyes with the Pokemon here. Reeve, Rowan, and Aya had all their Pokemon with them, and have recalled them for the moment. And the mini Pokemon of Hawthorne and Hawthorne himself bid you farewell. And Soul comes up to you, Ram. Remember to keep practicing what we showed you. You should be able to figure it out, for the most part, on your own with some time.
Ram nods and says, "Thank you a lot. I don't know how I would have done this otherwise, really."
They nod, and as you all are waiting, you hear a loud vehicle approaching. A big one. And Aya goes, "Oh, there he is," and starts to walk towards the front door. As Rowan follows behind, looking a little disinterested. I wonder what kind of transportation this is. I hope it's not a little car or something. It's going to get a little tight.
I say, Arrivederci, Senator Rancha.
Ram tries not to get teary-eyed, but says, "Thanks for everything, guys. Thanks for helping Hope, and thanks for dealing with us. I apologize for any problems we cause. Bye. And he's gonna sit Hope on his head, and he is going to fly.
If you think this is the last time you're seeing us, yeah, good luck with that.
Oh yeah, the person that I would say goodbye to is that I would hug Othorn and then send right on the phone, thanks for fixing Hope.
My pleasure.
Before following Aya.
And Aya is standing kind of on the front porch, grinning, as something approaches the outer wall to the gate to the Pokemon lab / house. And you guys see something big come into scene.
Good God.
This is
That's
not to scale.
That's a tank, not an RV.
That is not what I was imagining at all.
No, that's not an RV. That's a fucking
Holy shit,
mobile
that's a
base.
transformer.
Ram is
Yeah.
looking at Aya like, what the hell?
That I'm like, that's not an the RV that I was imagining.
As it rolls up and comes to a stop. And the door clicks and hisses open as Reeve gets out a moment later. So has everyone got their things?
Thumbs up, what's more?
What do you get when you take an RV, you give it armor so it isn't immediately destroyed by any Pokemon ever, and you make it all-terrain?
That's not an RV. That's not even an armored personnel carrier. That's a goddamn tank.
Yeah, that's literally just like a fucking trainer sanctioned tank.
A tank without the turret on top.
That 10-year-olds can buy.
You could put a turret on top of one.
He's 22.
I just meant trainer sanctioned.
Uh-huh.
The Pokemon are the turret. You just stick them on top. It's fine.
You don't know how right you are.
I look at this thing, take out my phone, and take a picture of it.
He nods as he goes inside. That is their car, quote unquote.
Is that what they drive in town? That can't be good for the roads.
They walk in town.
That's fair.
This is what they drive beyond the walls.
Yeah, they park it outside.
Can I use it as a road roller?
It's much, much, much bigger than a road roller, and please don't do that. That was expensive. Alrighty. So, at last, you pile in. The interior of the vehicle is kind of what you would expect. It is a vehicle that is meant to be lived in. It's not as cramped as you thought it would be, but it's still not exactly an entire house on wheels. There's a small bathroom with a small shower, a small kitchen, some almost military-style bunks in the back with 4 of them. 2 of them are usually used, but you have a 3rd. There's definitely not a bunch of Pokemon beds everywhere. You have Pokeballs for that here. There's a workbench, kind of like what Reeve had in his garage, but smaller, for tinkering with things. And there is a small, storage/lounge area where you could sit down a bit. But with all of you in here, it is a little close quarters. Particularly for Marcus.
Most of the time, I'm spending it in the lounge, anyways.
Hope is the smallest of you and has the easiest time maneuvering. Smalls has claim over the roof, which no one else has. And Ram can float. So they can occupy void. But overall, it's comfy. And you know that the outside you do know is armored. So it's comfy and safe.
Is there a pathway to get on the outside exterior roof?
There's a top hatch.
Yes.
Yeah,
It'll be either in. I'm sorry. Continue.
You can turn the lever and pop it open.
So to continue with saying, I'll be either in the lounge or on the roof. And this entire time, unless something happens, I'll be just reading using my phone to read Bobo manga. Catch you up.
How long
Look,
of
it's
a
been 10 years.
drive is this?
Well, you see Reeve with a map, and there's a decision to make. Yeah, that is one advantage. If you disappear for 10 years and come back, all those things you liked that were releasing annually, you'll suddenly have a massive backlog to enjoy. When Reeve gets everyone together in the main room. All right, so we have a decision to make. And I want your inputs.
Ram salutes.
I look at the general direction.
He holds out, he puts a, puts a, dang it. So many names. Life of a DM is remembering 30 things at once. A
Never feel
holocaster.
bad about it. Just remember, you did it to yourself.
He puts a holocaster on the table, his own holocaster, and clicks it, and a vaguely 3D version of Enos that allows you to get some elevation perspective pops on. And you're kind of seeing an overview map of exactly this right now. And he points at it. He's like, "All right, there's two ways we can get to Third Castle. And he points out these two different routes. The route through the desert, we have to off-road it a lot through the dunes. The roads that used to be out there are totally gone or buried to the point where you need an entire team of excavators to even find the thing. So it will slow us down a little bit and take a little longer to go that way. The other route is faster, but it goes through the ruins of an old human city.
I get out my notebook and say, "What's in the city?" And I end it with a smiley face.
Wait, is the Pure Hunt tribe in the desert, or is it above here regardless?
Look in general real quick. This is another version of the map.
Okay, thank you.
As you can see, there's a road on this map
So we hit
leading, but that road goes through a place.
Ram's just gonna ask Reeve if going through that town is safe.
I just asked, what's there in that city? Did anyone hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
That's
Okay, good.
that was the old city of Koloff. Like all human cities, it's not exactly totally safe. The road through there has been mostly cleared out because it's a route between Third Castle and here. So it's usually a pretty safe ride, although that doesn't mean stuff doesn't sometimes happen along the way.
What kind of stuff? I write down.
Well, sometimes there are some very aggressive and territorial Pokemon, but they usually leave you alone unless they're being agitated by something.
Or trying to kidnap somebody.
There are also scavengers that can sometimes get a little antsy. Banditry isn't really a thing. And at absolute worst, we run into something older. A machine that just so happened to wake up around the time that we were in the area. Most of those have been dealt with, though.
I prefer the desert route.
Same. Just blast. I write down. Just go through the desert, blast some metal, jump over some dunes, and we'll have fun.
Ram's gonna ask, is this rover capable of traveling through the dunes without getting stuck in sand?
Yes.
Okay, then that's fine. That's more what I was worried about.
Mm-hmm.
Like I gesture to my writing aggressively. It's happening aggressively.
He nods. Rowan has been listening and hasn't really been saying much, but he agrees. Either route has its problems, I guess. As someone who's worked in old cities like that, I happen to know the dangers better than most would. Because I do more than just drive through them. I imagine it wouldn't be nearly as bad as stuff up north, though. Still, though, if we're really unlucky, we could run into something pretty nasty. And this is one sweet rig, I gotta admit. But I can't help but notice the lack of heavy artillery on it. Reeve kind of looks at them with the ones up north. Have that on them? Yes. For just the machines, right? And the Pokemon. The Pokemon? Yes. I'm not really supposed to talk too much about that. Okay. Desert it is.
I'm gonna point out that around here we are probably gonna be splitting off, and we are gonna be going to the Radiant Hollow if they are going to Tarkasso.
And you guys finally get going. Decided. And
Can me and Ram read the book, the mythical book. What the fuck its name was? While we are on the road.
The Book of Myths.
The Book of Myths. Yes. Can we read it while we are on the road?
It's a pretty large book that has. It's full of mostly short stories. It's
Well,
less
even
like
better then.
it's less like a catalog of legendaries and information about them, and more like a whole bunch of short stories relating to them.
Actually, can we have Hope read the stories at a loud voice so he gets used to using his voice again?
He's a little shy. You're gonna have to convince him.
Yes, I am gonna try to convince him. What's the role?
You're trying to be reassuring.
I mean, I'm gonna use my allure, so you just need to choose your social stat.
Cool.
Cool. So I got 4 dice. Well, could be worse. Let me not click the Chimera on accident. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1 success seems good enough.
He's still a little too shy.
Can I use a will point on it then?
Still a little too shy.
We just got those
Wow.
back.
Low kill. Guys, bad at. I know, like, you should have been trusted with the money, but
No.
You keep going, and outside of the city, it's a very rocky, mountainous terrain as you follow the road down. And human civilization disappears surprisingly quickly for the massive size of the city behind you, as you find yourself in rolling plains and savannas. And over time, those savannas start to thin out more and more as the ground becomes less barren and more sandy. Until you start heading into what appears to be a proper desert. A very hot proper desert. Hot and dry. Even here in winter, it is still a little toasty. And it is even drier as just poking your head out makes you feel parched. I must infuse it with me.
Wear it.
As the road gradually disappears and cracks away until there is no road. As you're starting to roll through the desert dunes, I need a dice roll.
I will. 1 dice? 1 die?
Mhm.
Mm. There we go. Perfect.
A 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Time to blow up.
Oh.
Oh,
Groudon beckons.
Oh my.
glad I left you guys, actually. Have fun
Yeah.
talking.
6 is not
No,
always a good
goddammit.
thing.
Groudon beckons.
Rip Bozo.
It's time. Well, part of me was kind of hoping that something along the lines would happen along the way, but I didn't think you would hit this one.
I don't like that tone of voice.
Yes, destroy them. Destroy them. Kill them all.
Are we about to get ambushed by Lucarius?
If you roll a 1, that might be what happened.
Mm. So
Fucking like
Groudon
that.
beckons. Groudon beckons then.
Oh no.
Tears sustain me. Keep going.
I'm just waiting to see Raikou, just chilling, just fucking thunderclouds and death.
A 6 is an opportunity.
An
Raikou.
opportunity.
So, Marcus,
Yeah?
you said you would like to chill on top of the vehicle, did you?
Partially. I'm not going to spend all day going up there, staying up there.
Well, it seems you're in luck this time. Because as you're driving along, you hear something in the distance. A familiar sound to you at this point. A discharge of electricity. That could only really be a Pokemon attacking with an electric type move. As you perk up at the sound, with a little bit of a natural instinct alarm kicking in as well, you look off in the distance and you kind of see something. You see that one of the lone trees out there is not so alone, as you can see some figures surrounding the tree, and you can see some smoke coming off of that tree at the same time. As you focus in on it, and you see another bolt of lightning go from one of the figures to lance at something within the tree, to hit it again with a small explosion. It is a little bit distant, and it's kind of hard to make out exactly what you're looking at.
You know what was missing in that list of items you made? Binoculars.
I frown and immediately go back inside.
Lots of TV.
Yeah, lots of TV. Marcus, please.
Your mic is picking up the TV in the background.
Yeah, they're talking about salt. I don't think I want any.
I'm sorry.
Do we hear the electric moves going off from inside?
Marcus was the one that saw them. Inside alert.
Oh.
6, 7, 8.
Oh, my
Yes.
roll went up.
Yeah, no, that makes absolutely sense that you wouldn't have to want to fuck with that. Well,
3
we
successes.
yeah, I got 4.
Low kill.
Mm-hmm.
As you're chilling inside doing your usual thing, you hear your
Yeah.
big old bushy ears also detect the sound of a crack of lightning. And it is not thundering outside, last you checked
Yeah.
out the porthole, which implies something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I mentioned it to whoever is next to me, probably. What were you doing, Ram?
Meditating, chilling out, just
Yeah, so
rubbing.
I'm gonna be like, did you hear the sound of thundering, Ram? And then I go like for the hatch to go outside and check.
You see Marcus immediately heading down from that hatch.
No, fuck that shit. I'm not dealing with it today.
I'm like, yeah, I heard thundering, and I go out to check what's happening myself.
What? Ram's just gonna be like, "What's going on outside?" And he's like following Titania.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing important, just probably something getting hunted down in some trees or something.
Well, yeah,
Nothing of more concern.
I go out.
Ram's gonna follow.
Oh, was this not isolated?
What's isolated?
1 second.
God, I love the nothing important. You know, he said like a liar.
No, I'm like, I understand he doesn't want anything to do with electricity. I'm still going out to check.
Okay, so this is isolated.
I just don't leave Titania alone anymore. Bad things happen.
Good.
Good.
So I can jump down and dash at the guy without fear.
Oh God, please don't. Not without warning. Not without a plan.
I can laser him from afar.
What's bad is Ram's got the highest chance of returning back to a driving vehicle. Better chance than you do.
I can run. Yeah, I just need the vehicle to slow down enough for me to jump up again.
I don't have any of my music.
In before, it's
This-
one of the cats that I groomed hunting something. That's cute and fluffy.
I hope they're not. We're both
Simple.
bleeding hearts. Hopefully it's not Rocket.
Dude, that'd be hilarious. I would laugh really hard.
Just
Actually,
been running over
whenever-
the water.
Whenever we have free a second, Titania, check your phone, please. Ram would have asked already to see if Ram messaged you. Or to see if Roland messaged you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna tell me because there we go.
Ooh.
I check my phone religiously. Mhm.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, Titania, you poke your head out of the top of the hatch, and Ram soon after you with a little boing of their ears on the rim, looking around trying to figure out what the hell Zerzan was noping the hell out of there for.
Yeah.
And you guys are looking around from the moving vehicle before a flash causes both of your eyes to lock onto something. As another crack of lightning, now that you're looking and paying attention for it, is seen and heard. And you see, likewise, that tree that Zerzan saw, surrounded by figures.
Surrounded.
Oh no.
And the tree is smoking, as if it is the thing being blasted.
Is there a random fucking Trevenant down here?
Oh fuck! I forgot to ask about whatever. Can't I use my phone to zoom in?
You have something far better, something you specifically asked Hawthorne for.
Literally a
Sylph,
Devon
the
scope.
scope.
It's a
Oh, right.
scope.
It's a scope. You're right. Well, then I'm using a demon scope. Right.
You click it on, pull it out, and it looks a lot like a really super fancy pair of binoculars.
Yeah.
And you hold it up to your face as Ram sees you do this, and it's scanning. It automatically starts scanning when you do this, as there is a zoom function. As it, you see it lock on to that general area and immediately detect 8 life signs.
Wow.
And as you zoom in, you see several Pokemon surrounding this tree, looking up into it aggravated. And a bunch of Heliolisks and Zangoose working together.
Nice.
Some of them are wearing some slightly tattered pieces of clothing.
Huh.
Nice.
And up in the tree, you see 2 figures. One much larger than the other. They apparently had scrambled up the tree and were now trying to get out of reach of these assailants. And they, with the smaller one clinging to the larger one.
Understandable.
There's-
Yes.
There's a fucking milk tank. We need
And
that.
a fucking Sneasel.
Oh, Sneasel!
Oh my god.
You can see that you can see a scarf around that Miltank's neck that does not look human in nature, and they look really bad. They look like in bad shape. You can see that they are bleeding, and the smaller Pokemon, a Sneasel of some kind, clinging to their scarf on their back, also doesn't look the best. The Miltank has their little hoof-like arms stretched out, and there's some semi-transparent barrier that's flickering as if it's being struggled to be maintained. As this Miltank is doing its damnedest to spam what looks like a protect of some kind.
I grab Rem and I'm like, quick, tell Reeve to steer towards towards the place.
Ram,
There's a Miltank and a Sneasel getting attacked by a bunch of Pokemons.
Ram is trying to mentally yell, wait, as he's like going down to Aya and writes down quickly, there's a Miltank being attacked, we need to go save it, and then shows it to Aya because Reeve's driving.
Aya sees it and her eyes open up wide as she snatches it away from you and runs over next to Reeve, who's in the driver's seat with a pair of goggles on, focusing on the road. Reeve! Huh? There's a Pokemon attack over there. We need to go save it. Aya, that's kind of what happens out here. I don't care. Right away, dear. Which way?
There's
Oh
a
my
specific
God.
reason I went to her, and that is why.
And she kind of points him towards the lightning bolts. He's like, oh, that. We're not really supposed to interfere with... fuck it. All right. As he turns the vehicle, and everyone in it feels it shift as it starts to turn, including you, Zerzan.
I'm going to go to the cockpit and say, okay, what the fuck is happening?
There's a Miltank and a Sneasel out there getting ravaged by some Zangoose and a Heliolisk. Do you know how much the tribe would be happy to get a freaking Miltank?
I shrug and say, why don't we just honk the horn and maybe they'll fuck off. The ones that
Ram-
I'm checking anyways.
Ram just is like, maybe that'll work, suggest it, and then Ram goes back outside to make sure Titania doesn't do anything.
I write down-
I'm charging my laser beam.
I write to Reed and say, if we're going to save this thing, honk the horn several times. She'll probably run away.
Maybe.
He nods as he and as they get a little bit closer, one of the Zangoose kind of start to look over their shoulder as Marcus, you guys and everyone else in the cockpit starts to be able to make out what the forms are and identify them, although whatever's in the tree is largely obscured, even though you've been told. And one of the Zangoose kind of looks over their shoulder a little bit and sees you all coming as Reeve starts to land the horn, and every single head in that well, first of all,
Uh-oh.
you see another bolt of lightning get thrown out by one of the Helioslisks and arc through the trees and hit the Miltank's barrier and shatter it and nail them in the center of their chest as they spasm a little bit. And there's a crash as they fall out of the tree.
Nice. I'm assuming they are not in range of moves right now, right?
As the Sneasel climbs on top of them, fangs and claws bared, as on top of their smoking friend. But at that exact moment, as they start to circle in and get closer, Reeve starts laying on the horn, and 7 pairs of eyes all turn like, what the fuck?
Bram's gonna try to mentally start yelling at them. Stand down, or you might get hit by a giant truck.
Also, can I say that like me charging my photon beam looks like a very bright light on top of the place,
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah. So if it doesn't look like there's an energy cannon on top of that, it looks like somebody's charging something like an Iver beam. If they didn't know that light is a thing, that light type is a thing.
I need to roll a contest.
Yes. That's a good. I hope it was not the enemy.
Ooh.
That was not good though.
So you can see that these guys hesitate for a moment. But Zangoose, no little fear, as they kind of group up in front and kind of posture a bit, like leave us alone, back off kind of way, and kind of positioned in a way that if you did just decide to run them over, you'd hit the thing you're trying to save too, along with a tree. While the others continue to kind of move in towards these Sneasels. The intimidation check failed.
Right.
I need Titania, Marcus, and Ram to all make another Insight Alert check.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's almost all successes.
6 successes for me.
3, 6, 7 for me.
Okay, there was a bit of lag. I'm sorry. Give me one more.
Yeah, roll the rest. There we go.
Okay, four is the minimum between you all. As you're getting closer, you again notice those things that I've already kind of pointed out, particularly Zorzan, who hadn't necessarily noticed it before. But some of these Zangoose are wearing scraps of stuff. They are not in the nude. And neither is that Sneasel standing on top of that milk tank. As you get the feeling that there's something more going on here than just those two being hunted.
Yup.
And Titania and Ram, with those ridiculous rolls, you kind of recognize the general style and material that the Zangoose and Heliolists are wearing as the same kind of general feel kind of garments as the Beer Hunt tribe that you noticed and met back at the festival.
Okay. And the meal tank and the other, I don't get any feeling.
It's a little bit chaotic, and you have less sample size to get a feeling for.
Oh, they're about to get blasted anyways.
Reeve keeps going, and the honking is ineffectual as these Zangoose play chicken a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I didn't want him to go roadkill a bunch of Pokemon, so...
Can I fire the photon beam at them, even if it's not in range?
At this point, because photon beam is literally a laser of light, you're in range.
Okay, well then I will.
Ram's gonna say last warning, and then
Yeah.
count down to when Titania's gonna release.
Release the laser. It's 9,
You can see the Zangoose start to sharpen their claws.
3, 6,
I'm going
7,
into the cockpit and Warren Ruin.
You see him already
Yikes.
standing there looking out the window.
Well, I am gonna put a will point into that. Actually, no will point. Joking. I'll leave it at that.
You fire off a beam of light that...
I mean, they still need to dodge it.
what
It
do you go after one of the Zangoose or one of the Heliolisk?
Whichever is closest. So probably the Zangoose standing in the front.
Oh, damn it.
I mean, the accuracy roll is successful. He has to dodge it or clash it.
Now, they don't see this coming quite a mile away, but it's still pretty far. As they sidestep the beam a bit, and the moment you guys do that, the Helios start firing off bolts towards the vehicle.
Mm.
One of which impacts the side as the electricity gets from inside Marcus. You see the bolt of lightning slam into the side of this truck and kind of distribute that shock out and across the metal as it's basically spreads out the bolt of electricity before it fades, as if it simultaneously conducted it and didn't conduct it.
It's a Faraday cage you're saying.
Ram is now trying to psychically yell down to Reeve, Z-move.
Oh.
Can you fucking dance while driving? I don't think that's a good idea.
No.
Right.
He just needs to stop. He can be a distance away, too. I don't know if he can do it while driving.
I write to Ruin, get out Geigen right now.
The group, Reeve will drive a bit closer before slamming on the brakes and turning the wheel so it slides a little bit, presenting the open hatch, which is enough for some of you to dismount and get in on this.
Mm-hmm.
Who is going to be involved?
Ram.
I have no choice, so I'll be there.
Reeve was driving, so Reeve and his Pokemon are not involved.
I mean, Harry, who do you choose of the NPCs?
Does Aya know any... Did Aya watch us train? Can she pull off a combined Z-move with somebody?
Reeve has an Z-ring.
Oh,
That's
shit.
important to that for the actual connection. You just can't have any human get up next to you and pull off some synchronized dance moves, and then you get the power to kill God.
Gosh, dang
Wait,
it.
is it like the bracelet quote unquote ring or like an actual ring?
His is an arm bracer.
Dude, I hate. It's like, yeah, it's a fucking earring. No, it's a bracelet, you fucking moron. Anyways, sorry. Go on.
Hey, Harry, you get to use both of them, actually. Both Smalls and Help.
You want me to fucking wield them?
It's better if you use both. At least
Yeah,
he's doing something. So, while we get into position, could I fire off sanction on the
Who else is joining us?
on the Sneasel?
I thought you were trying to get Gigan.
Yeah.
Rowan and Aya are there. And they have enough time to throw out a Pokemon because of how trainer combat actually works. They can't just be like, and I press the automatic full release button on my belt and release my full power in the form of my sixth stance.
Stundo power.
And there is a reason for this. You just don't know it as well.
Oh. Okay.
Sure.
I think Ram might have figured it out though.
There's a reason for what?
Rowan sends out Jur.
I don't remember if Ilios have like dry skin or something.
They do.
So he's gonna sunny day and they're gonna fucking die.
That's not their only ability.
Well, he's gonna Mecha, and he's gonna have Lightning Rod. Delios ain't gonna be able to do jack shit.
Alright, because you need to choose it for it to matter. Well, if you can choose, you never are gonna take damage.
Let me guess. You need our initiative.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do I really need to roll initiative?
Who has Titania's or who has Ares' alert thing?
What? What do you? You had it, did you not? Or did? Oh wait, no. Fucking Marcus had it.
Okay.
Or Lore.
Okay. I just was making sure somebody was thinking about it.
All right. So
7 for me.
roll.
11 for me.
All right. Wow. That sucks to be you, Hope. And
by the way, Cyrus, you didn't tell me if I could fire off. What the fuck the name is?
Sanction.
A sanction on the Sneasel while we get ready to fight.
You opened up with the laser blast that was dodged.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but we still needed to approach afterwards.
Tell you what, if you go before them in initiative, yes, you can.
Doubtful, but whatever. Also, I can go before them anyways.
so.
All right. So, what was your initiatives?
7.
11.
Chat. Hope
11.
8. Smalls 13.
Yeah, everyone is going before me.
So, I mean, you have Prankster anyways.
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to, now that I've done the math, I would advise everyone to get up and stretch their legs for just a moment because there's something I need to take care of.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, please.
Oof.
I am totally gonna cut like the recording right after that grah noise, and then can proceed from there.
Combat starts, turn 1 of 1.
Priority.
Called priority to Tanya.
Lucky chant. Let's see. I can't wait to miss it. Where the heck is my lucky chant? 10 dice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's plenty. Me, Ram, Smalls, Hope, and Marcus. Our lucky chant. The others have their trainers behind them. They're gonna be fine.
Is there any other priority?
Nope, not for me.
All right. First turn, Jur. Rowan is going to stand behind them as they both get a serious expression on his face, and Rowan reaches over to tap something on his arm as it starts to glow brightly. And he holds it aloft as the light reaches its zenith, and Jur starts to glow brightly.
Oh, God. It became a whole pine.
And he's going to move up to this Zangoose here, Zangoose 3.
Save him.
And Leaf Blade.
Well,
Boy.
it will be you need to use medicine if we just.
Yep.
Keep in mind all that communication you just did was in Pokespeak.
Yep. Oh no, we didn't actually mention it. Nobody ever fucking tells it don't kill them. You don't tell the enemy don't kill them in front of the enemy.
I mean,
Fair point.
we're super. We're actually super okay with them getting all killed, all of them, every last one.
It's more like if they are bleeding at the end of the battle, I'm stabilizing them with medicine. If you heal little, are you automatically stabilized, or do you still need to get stabilized if you heal a point of lethal?
That's what healing lethal is for.
Okay.
This Zangoose just barely gets out of the way.
Oof. Yikes.
You failed in shaving him. I am disappointed.
Yeah.
Hey now, dice just weren't with me on that one.
Sure.
Smalls.
Yeah, I'll put a fucking signal beam. Zangus ass.
It would
Which
help
one?
Ram if you guys.
Zangus 1?
Noted.
1.
Roll for it.
Alright. Wow, that's pitiful.
My God,
Wait.
today.
Let's make this a little. Fuck. Alright, 3!
He'll try to dodge it.
Oh shit.
I mean, let's hit all dodges and then have Hope do an AoE on all of them. So we also get the clashes.
He gets out of the way. These guys are dodging lasers left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky fast?
That means they're gonna get danked on.
Ram.
All right, Ram is going to target. I guess since everybody's trying to kill Zangoose 2, or no, Zangoose. Yeah, Ram's gonna target Zangoose 2 with Thunderwave.
3 successes. You send an electrical charge through the ground that arcs up and zaps him. Zangoose 2 is paralyzed.
And does he drop an initiative? I'm going to up agility.
Okay.
It's up. Well, hey, two extra dex doesn't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be so useful when you use close combat. Guys, do you
Okay,
see the
so
joke there?
3 things happen.
All right.
Helios 1 goes first and throws a lightning bolt at Marcus, and it does a 90-degree turn
Yep.
because of Mega Sceptile's lightning rod. As Jur absorbs the shock and gets a small boost, as the Helios looks over at him and is like, uh-oh. Thankfully, the other 2 catch on quick. Helios 2. Move up a little bit, and let's roll the dice. Oof. Ram.
Yes.
Okay, does this what is this accuracy? I wish this would tell me what the accuracy was based off of, because it matters here. You see this thing open up its hood towards you and start to unleash a strange pulse of energy in your direction.
Is it a support move?
Low kill.
It is.
Good strategy.
I'm calling Crafty Shield.
Okay, this was avoidable.
It was? Well,
Yeah, I didn't use a contest move, so let me check.
nope. There is too many of them of the same skill. I'm not gonna see.
They managed to move, but you have an opportunity to crafty shield.
Mm-hmm. All right. I should have probably waited, but let's see about Crafty Shield. It's 6 dice and it's 2 successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we need 2. Well, I didn't. I'm trying to get my shitty rolls out. You still need to try to dodge it then.
Ram, you have one thing. You have an electric move going towards you. It's support, so it isn't redirected with lightning rod.
Oh, it's the eerie thing. Can I dodge?
You can.
Okay, so dexterity, evasion, so that's 8 dice.
Don't forget you have Lucky Jam.
Well, that's 3, 4, 5, 6.
You get well out of the way as it misses you with eerie impulse.
Mm-hmm.
And Helios 3 starts to rattle its scales around and open up its frill as a small swirling gust of wind starts to surround it. But whatever it's doing doesn't trigger quite yet. Hope.
All right. Actually, okay. Interesting question. Does lightning rod grief your teammates? Right?
It does not.
It doesn't.
No, because I didn't. I could have absorbed Marcus's shock lance, and I didn't.
Silas confirm.
If anyone uses an electric type move that is single target, it will be redirected to this Pokemon.
Yeah.
That includes allies.
Does anyone?
Okay.
Huh. Well. Damn. It's sounding like if I hadn't said anything. Okay. You know what?
Lightning Rod will only redirect single target moves, remember.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
So I could, but that also, yeah, it's area that also targets teammates, so that'll fuck us over. Just fine.
You've got an all foes move.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah. All right. Do I feel like a multi-flash? Yeah, I do. All right, I'm using Swift. Shall?
All right. Who are you targeting?
I'm targeting. It's 4 for right.
For Hope,
5.
yeah, it's 4.
5 for Ace, 4 for Experienced.
I think
Okay.
so.
Zangus 2, Zangus 1, Zangus 3, and Helios 1. So all the Zanguses and Helios 1. It's just not my day, is it?
That's not anyone's day.
Yeah.
You're giving me crap. Zangus 2 will try to clash.
All right, roll your 15 dice to clash, boys. Let's go. Well, it's worth a shot. Wait, so there's that. Uh-oh.
Class exchange. 1-1.
Awesome.
Estes will pull out their stick with their stickler villages
Envy.
and aim at Zangoose 1 with a flame burst.
Well,
That ought to do it. It can neither dodge nor clash that. So the Zangooses have. That is definitely a crit.
all right. Weren't we solving a Swift? I'm damned.
Clash.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. Crash is the first one, so nothing else.
Rolled fucking 3.
Let's see how much damage. Let's see the damage. Could have been better.
He called it.
So Zangoose 1 takes 3 damage. But Helios 2 and 1 are caught in the blast.
Mm-hmm.
Helios 1 takes a tick. Helios 2 does not. And it's Zangoose 1's turn. Who will retaliate for getting fire blasted. With a revenge.
Ah, that's bad.
Ram's gonna
I-
clash it.
Wait a minute.
Oh?
You may want to wait for her to dodge before you do so, because it's like only 2 dice.
It's better to
But-
clash that.
Unless you want to maybe do a thing.
What, gang up on him?
Hell yeah.
Well-
Not everyone, but like 2 people should.
Sounds pretty cool.
Well, Ram's gonna clash it if somebody wants to join in.
Count me in.
All
I
right,
need,
so
I need to keep actions.
because I get to add 1 to all my clashes. Well,
What are you
I
clashing
clash Thunderbolt because it's not redirectable. It's a clash.
All right.
And
Maybe
I
use
will
Thun- no,
clash
use
with.
Thunderwave, not Thunderbolt.
I'll clash with.
They're no-
Undertale.
They're normal type, remember.
I know.
And I'm just saying it might make a difference.
You know, in close combat, it is.
Well,
I'm being
not
entirely too
another
nice.
turn?
And Hestus will also clash.
Make sure it fucking dies.
With Psybeam.
Destroy
Do I
him.
want to? I kind of want to join in on the clash. No, I'm.
So,
Wait,
here's
no many times.
so here's what happens. This guy gets ticked off at Titania and
No,
rushes her.
Not Titania.
Nope, that's just.
At Hestus and rushes her. There's 2 Braxians on the field. And as he swings at Hestus, she ducks under the swing and blasts him with a side beam, which makes him stumble. And then he immediately gets hit in the chest with a thunderbolt, which makes him stumble more. And then Marcus appears behind him
One choose him.
and does the people's uppercuts to this guy's back. And while he's still a little bit airborne, then follows it up with a right hook to the face. As this Zangoose goes sliding across the ground, KO'd.
You know, I was half expecting Marcus appears behind him and then disappears because his internet is killing him. But yeah, that works too. Is there even there, Freddy?
Ram, because of how Clash works, you take a damage. Marcus also takes a tick.
Mm-hmm.
Hestus is Psychic type versus that fighting move, so they take nothing.
Wait, it was a fighting type move? Oh, wait, never
Revenge
mind.
is yes.
Wait, then you don't take damage either.
Exactly.
Oh, then it's back to
So that's like 4 to that one guy.
Yeah, you missed the description of where you beat the shit out of it, and it's KO'd just from that clash alone.
Oh my god. By the way, I think it's not just me.
What do you mean
Oh
it's not
no,
just you?
it was other people clash, yeah, but
No, something's really. I mean, I'm still connected to Discord, but I cannot get in your game.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
It is just you, literally.
Yeah, you might have the thing called internet problem.
Then why am I still connected?
Don't ask me.
Discord's
Because
usually
you're-
easier to maintain than
Discord is an eldritch program.
This
It's
is
probably
highly
because
frustrating.
Discord needs a very tiny amount of stream of resources, so
I also boosted our Discord, so
even better.
Well, that didn't work out very well for Zangoose 1, but it's Zangoose 2's turn.
Wait,
hey, who is paralyzed?
Can I speak during my turn? I don't want to use an action. I just want to speak.
Fine.
I'm gonna tell them that we don't have to do this. If you leave those two alone, you can go back without me getting hurt.
I want to restart Tabletop. I am sorry for this.
And I'm gonna also add that while we can heal, you guys, you probably are gonna have higher difficulties healing.
Roll. Clever etiquette.
Well, I have 3 dice of this stuff. No, too many dice. Stop these fucking dice over here. Ah!
Until you drop that, it won't finish the roll.
Yeah, I know. That's why I drop it into the void.
And make it clever allure instead. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
These dice are real now because you grabbed them.
Oh yeah, I know. You can just delete them.
Reroll it
Ah, come on.
as clever allure.
Ah, okay.
I made a mistake.
With Lucky
Sorry.
Chant.
And Lucky Chant, yeah. But Clever Allure is 6 then. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then I reroll 1. Doesn't matter. 2 successes.
And you're saying this to Zangoose 2, who's paralyzed, and hears you say this, and they pause to consider it, and that costs them their turn.
Nice.
Zangoose 3, though, is a little distracted
Mm-hmm.
and keeps fighting. And is going
Okay.
to go.
I'm coming back in.
Zangoose 3 time. What is it? What does he do?
Crush Claw.
Ah, Crash Roll. On whomst? Ah, on the
Sure.
projectile, yeah.
The Mega Septile in front of it.
Mm-mm.
And Jur is going to try to dodge that.
Oh, it's 4. Yeah, good chance. Well, yes.
And they sidestep it. The first few turns are when clashes and evades are exchanged.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
What happened? Oh, goodbye.
Steam.
Let's go.
Okay, now you can't blame me at this time.
No. Well, we can
I mean, I
switch to the
can.
bot. We can switch to the bot.
No way in
go,
hell
Andre.
bot cannot be used for so many fighters.
That Zangoose who hesitated and is paralyzed? Jur took advantage of that and dual chopped him in the back and KO'd him.
Based.
Holy shit.
That was very fair.
Incredibly tasty.
And it's this point that the others are starting to look a little concerned. Smalls.
Hello.
Did the Smeargle not act? Not Smeargle, the Sneasel.
All right, Sneasel.
Yeah, you also should have changed the turn order.
Of what? Of who?
No, the turn order. Sorry, the
Oh.
Right.
because I needed to call my.
Yeah, the Sneasel needs one turn first.
Yeah.
She's going to go for Heliolisk 2.
Also, my HP thing and everything is fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know I'm not at 8 HP. I'm sorry to be the constant bearer of bad news, but
Yeah, you need to reset the thing. Well, how you do?
I just want.
I
I'm trying to be
you
helpful, so.
probably keep track of it on your own.
I always lose where my character sheet is. Where is it? There we go.
Well, keeping track of it regardless, so.
Also, this guy, I want to do something with him before, so he's not, he's not dead yet. He's gonna be if I fail.
I'm not saying they're dead, they're just being shaved. Like, literally, they're shaved.
Oh, no, I know.
They're hairless. I turn them to
I
Mingus.
know. I know. But,
That's, Sneasel is trying to rock smash that Heliolisk.
good
And
job.
Helios doesn't want it to happen. So
Yeah.
they will try to dodge it.
It's understandable.
And they fuck up.
Yes. Channel the power of Dwayne Rock Johnson. His soul will live on.
Okay, so... Well,
That's better.
not bad there. Helios 2 takes 3 damage and enters pain penalties 1.
Rip.
Spicy.
And trigger. Poison touch.
Mm. Nah.
No poison this time.
Yes.
Yeah, not this time.
Smalls.
No. I call priority at the
alright.
Called priority.
Yeah, before the Mega
And-
Sentinel destroys the Zangus, I'm gonna.
He already took his turn, didn't he?
I forgot. Initiative got messed up because I forgot about the Sneasel. And I
Yeah.
took
Oh, makes
Yeah,
sense.
I was waiting for him to say next initiative, and I was like, yeah. So Titania is gonna walk over to the flinching Zangoose, and she's gonna use Attract on him.
I
She's
should've-
gonna. Hmm?
Okay.
Simpitis.
Mhm. I mean, if he's a female, she doesn't care. It's not like she has the time to tell the gender. She
Roll
puts
for it.
her arm around him. She points to the other Zangus and she says, "You should take your friend and leave, and maybe this will end in a good memory and not a bad one." And she gives him a kiss on the cheek. And then I roll. Beauty and lure. Where is it? Here it is. It's 7. I need 3 successes. 1, 2, 3. No, you need to restart. You need to refresh the table.
What's
you
wrong
can.
with the table?
I cannot roll.
Oh. Wait, none of us roll?
Let me see if I can find
can.
one that works. 1, 2, 3. Nope. There we go.
Oh, nope, there it goes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I need to play search for the working one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yikes! But I get to reroll 1. And I'm gonna put a win point into that. Fuck that. Yeah, no, today is not a good luck day.
Yeah, no, really, not for any of us.
So I got the 3 successes I needed.
Rough.
They look at you, shocked and perplexed by this action, and then Jared knocks them out anyway. No. If that's what you did, you seem to have it handled, and Jur would have done it to the other Zangoose, who would not have been KO'd by that.
Well, I'm sorry, but he's the one that took to my telling him that maybe if he leaves it's better. So
Instead, he just gets the pain penalties too,
man is leaving with 1 HP.
as he has dual shots, and one of them missed. Flash before a life moment. Smalls.
Alright,
Morale on the opposite side seems to be wavering.
Actually, we can do one more
Well.
priority.
Priorities are.
Actually, I was going to
sorry,
request.
who's doing the priority? Who's doing the
Give
priority?
me a
again?
helping hand, would you?
Oh, hand in hand? Yeah, sure, buddy.
What?
Helping hand.
What?
I'm using hand in hand on Zerzan.
Yes, hand in hand, but helping hand.
Yep,
For real.
hand in hand. Alright. Actually, yeah, I legitimately am. Oh, hand in hand. I mean, helping hand.
Roll it.
Alright. You see, the joke is, Silas, I know you might not spell helping wrong.
They pull it off.
Good enough. Yeah.
Yep.
Helping hand is in effect for who?
Zerzan.
Okay. Now it's
Yes.
actually Small's turn. Anyone else that calls initiative gets smoked.
I'm calling initiative on smalls? No, yeah, said their morale was getting bad. What if I made their morale even worse? I'm gonna Electro Web. And, I can target all of them once out of the fray. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm targeting all of them with Electro Web.
Could you not hit mine? I'm literally hugging him. Or her.
Yeah, Smalls decides, Titania would get hit too if he did that, so, actually just gonna target the other guys. Yeah. Sure, let's go with that. So, target all but Zengo's 2.
Noted.
Proceed. Let's go. Holy shit, a good roll.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy.
Attack 2? That's a great.
Yup.
So the Helios are shit out of luck. That means only the Zangoose have. And one of them's pain penalties too. One's pain penalty. Actually,
No, the Zangus I'm hugging, it's not being targeted.
Yeah.
but
So
it
you're
can
free.
attempt to clash.
Yeah, I can.
And it isn't quick enough on the take up as it's distracted by you.
Thought power. Yes.
The raw thought energy. Strong.
There's something distracting going on
Tits.
between its legs that is making this more difficult.
Yeah. All right.
Meanwhile, Zangoose 3 also attempted to clash, but because of pain penalties 2, automatically fucks up. The Helioisks cannot clash.
Papa.
They do not have high enough dice to even attempt.
Right. So,
You hit all 3 targets. They have the same special defense, so you will roll the same for all targets. That is 2. You critical hits. They have an effective defense of 0.
all right. 1. Wait. That's 9, right? Am I not stupid?
There's only 5 there.
Yeah, it's 9 damage. Okay. Sorry. I'm dumb. 2.
I mean, don't worry about it, Viore. One of them dies by
2
base.
damage to the Heliolisks, 3 deuce. And Dex down.
The Heliolisks all take 2 damage.
And Zangus goes down.
Fucking dead.
And Zangoose 2 goes down.
Yay.
3 goes down. And all the remaining fighters, other than the one that was omitted, the last standing Zangoose is paralyzed. And all the other Heliolisks have had their dex reduced.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't affect initiative. Ram,
Ram is gonna.
you can
say,
feel a shift in the battlefield that these guys are not really wanting to be here anymore, as their intentions are switching from fight to survival.
Ram is definitely going to call out. Are you guys sure you want to keep going? As he gets ready to psychic Heliolisk number 2.
Helios 2 is shaking their head no.
Then Ram is yelling, "Run!"
Grab your friends and run.
I'm going to start banging my shield with my sword. So I can get that message clear.
Zangus 2, paralyzed, is going to attempt to go over to its friend and pick them up on their shoulder as they try to get them out of here. And it takes 2 Helialisks to pick up the Zangus 1, who got pile-drived into the next dimension.
Ram is going to mentally grab the last Heliolisk with Psychic and pull him tord them.
Roll for it. He's not going to just let you do that.
I mean, he's gonna run away. Just let him run away.
No, but we need to know what
That's
their
what I'm
intentions
questioning
were.
them.
Yeah. Before we leave them, we gotta know, hey, what the fuck are you
Okay,
doing?
that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Fair enough.
With 7.
Undodgeable with that 7, as this Helios gets picked up in the air as it starts to panic a little bit, floating there, and it gets whipped in the air right in front of Ram, and you see this thing is like sweating.
Ram immediately says, "Don't worry, I'm going to let you go." What happened? Why were you hunting them?
That is wrong.
Huh? Oh, okay. I thought he was about to tell us a really
They killed
sad
my
story.
family! I just, fuck it, no music. I don't have anything good enough. Silence is better. They look at you a little panicked as the others start to get out of here and leave him behind.
Oh.
Oh, buddy.
They were intruders.
Did they do anything wrong, or were you just hunting them down?
And intruders from where, might I ask?
The chief doesn't tolerate intruders into the territory. They were from the rolling grasslands tribe has a herd of miltank. These guys must have wandered into ours for some reason.
Ram
We didn't
literally
really
says,
care to ask what they were doing here.
Yes, steal Peter from the rolling
Shit.
grasslands. Fuck him.
Does most care to flip him off?
You can.
Ask for a friend. All right.
Ram is going to say, I
Most
understand you guys were doing what your tribe wanted. Our trainers wanted us to stop.
Please
I'm
let
going to
me
let you go. I'm going to let you go. Is there anything else you can tell us about these two? Anything?
No. We have a hunt first, questions later policy.
I understand that policy. Thank you for your help. And he's going to let him go.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, we are gonna get rid of them for you. Bye. And
Ram's going to go over and check.
Yep, I am
I'm
gonna
going to
hand.
speak up and say, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go
use a revitalizer on the milk tank because I want her up.
You make an unconscious creature drink. Roll me a d6.
I look down at the little guy and ask, okay.
Oh, was that not a
No,
joke?
that's-
You're literally gonna kill her.
Yeah, please don't.
6.
What?
Oh.
She's like, this stuff is to make people that are KO'd come back to
It's
life. I'm
a
sure it's gonna be
liquid.
fine.
It's a liquid.
I understand, but
Liquid
she
will make
doesn't.
people drink
She has
those.
0 in medicine.
Well, there.
Can Ram roll to know how that medicine works?
Yes. You don't even have to roll. It is a drink. It is basically a Pokemon World super energy drink.
Ram is going to yell to Titania, she can't drink that. She's unconscious. She's going to choke and die.
As you even go for it, this Sneasel stands in front of you and bares its teeth and claws at you and hisses.
Can I just dodge past him? I
You'd have
just
to beat-
sidestep him?
You'd have to beat them in a dex contest.
Yes, I will.
Ram is going to have to intervene.
I'm going to
You're,
intervene
you're
too.
talking with the Helios.
Look, are you daft?
Yes.
Well, all right.
I don't know what she said, but yes. Straight Dex.
Dex athletics.
Okay. Where the heck is my Dex? 4, 5, 6.
Ram is psychically
Maybe.
yelling, that will
Nope.
kill her.
No, it's like yeah, she can't.
The rest of the group watches as Titania tries to do quick feet with this thing to shove a bottle of liquid into the milk take's unconscious mouth. And she makes a dash for it, but just as she does it, this Sneasel lets out a battle cry and tackles her in the middle of her chest as the both go roll as Fox and Cat go rolling in the sand and dirt in a wrestling match. That Titania is losing.
Yep.
Ram is going to ignore that and just go to the milk tank and
I'm
see
going to
its
say,
status.
okay, stop. We got them away. Just stop. Calm down.
Yeah, I say, sorry, I just wanted to give her a revitalizing item.
I just wanted
Marcus.
to give her a drink when they're fucking
Yes?
unconscious.
Roll tough intimidate.
I'm not trying to be tough. It's just
You're not trying isn't what matters. You half the time.
well, okay then.
Sheer size alone is probably intimidating.
Intimidation is a state of being. As she's wrestling, despite being smaller than Titania, she kind of starts to pin her down a little bit. and then a shadow is cast over the both of them. As you speak out with a firm and commanding voice, and you see this Sneasel's head snap towards you, and that little ear-like part of them flattens, as you can see their eyes open up a little bit wide at you. And they stop moving, but haven't let go.
Calm down. I put out a finger to them. Calm down.
Meanwhile, Ram, you're examining this milk tank. It has seen better days. It is beat up. The scarf it was wearing is like half charred with electricity. It's got burn. It has electrical burns all over it, as well as a couple of cuts that were probably from those Xandu's claws. It took a beating.
Does anything look lethal on it?
Roll me a clever medicine.
Five successes.
Yeah, you might want to patch them up.
Okay.
This is not a state you would want to leave them in.
Ram is going to stabilize ally with the what's it called? Trauma kit.
You're going to use the trauma kit?
Yep.
Okay, the trauma kit was 3. She's
Brilliant.
role-playing her airhead Fox character. That's what she's doing.
If I'm always doing the perfect thing, I'm never playing my character, Noah. It's simple.
They have 3
That's just so dumb bitch energy.
okay, so you reduce 3 of their lethal damage, but they had more than that, so you must still make the clever medicine roll. However, those have been reduced, and therefore the DC is reduced.
Do I have lucky chance still? That was
You
3.
do not need it.
Okay.
With that trauma kit, you manage to patch them up, but it takes you a minute. As the Sneasel lets go of Titania and stands up and sees Ram hovering over them and quickly darts over to their side and sees what Ram is doing as they stop, kind of are a bit overwhelmed.
Ram doesn't look over at it and just says, "Don't interrupt me right now."
I hold out the hand and say, "You're safe now. Okay, just look around you. They're gone."
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to help. She didn't look great. I wanted to give her help as quick as possible.
As everyone starts to slowly gather around her in the milk tank, she looks around and you can see that she is proper spooked as she sees humans among them. And it's like, uh-oh.
Ram is going to say, "Why were you guys leaving the rolling grassland tribe? Why are you in this area?" As he's working.
I'm a shepherd. We got lost. A sandstorm hit suddenly, and we got separated because the dunes started to shift. We ran because that's a sign of it.
What is it?
Yes.
A massive Pokemon that lives underneath the sands.
I'm going to write down something in my notebook and show it to Ruin. Write that description down.
He raises an eyebrow. They aren't hostile or carnivores, but they're so big. A sandstorm always follows them, and the sands start to move like water with them moving through it, and it can be dangerous.
I write those details down and show it again.
The sand around them almost becomes quicksand.
Nice.
Ram,
Sniper, Did I perchance read any story about it in the book in the day that I spent?
No.
Okay.
There was no myth about a massive sand dune swimming Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. That makes.
Ram is gonna, without looking, and while he's still working, he's going to just say to the Sneasel, this milk tank is pretty bad. I don't know if she'll necessarily make it if we don't take her with us, so she can get medical care.
Roll me. Cooler.
Yay, 3 dice. With Lucky Chan. Not gonna help. 2 successes so far. Yeah, 2 successes.
Cooler? Didn't you have like...
Oh, I have 3 alert. I have 3 cool. Sorry. So I have 1 more. 3 cool, 1 alert. So I have 4 dice total. Okay, 3 successes. I legitimately forgot that I added a point of cool.
Deserts. How many successes?
3.
3. She looks extremely nervous at the prospect, particularly glancing at the humans at your implication of taking them. And they're a little beat up too, you notice. Not nearly as bad, but they're roughed up. Where are you going to take them?
Ram is biting his lip. He kind of looks over at Marcus and then looks away.
I look at the little guy, at the little one, to Ruin, and to her, and say, "Look, we're on our way to somewhere that probably get them treatment in well. I can promise you, if you don't want to be caught, I'll tell these students not to do it."
I mean, if I see anyone pulling out Pokeballs, I'm messaging Aya to not capture it.
I'm messaging both Ruin and I had to say no capture.
Mm-hmm.
Ram is kind of biting his lip and he says, where did this milk cake come from? Didn't happen to be kidnapped, did it?
They tilt their head to the side a little bit. Kidnapped? What do you mean?
Ram just bites his lip.
I say forcefully taken.
No. She hatched like most of the others.
I nod. Okay, that's good. So, okay, what's your name?
Dart.
Okay, Dart. If you want to get out of this place, it's probably best if you come with us because we can get her treatment, and you won't have to deal with people like them chasing after you again. How's that sound?
They seem to consider it for a moment before they kind of look at the situation, look at their own condition, look at the milk tank's condition, and you see them kind of slump, defeated. You saved our lives. That means that we both owe you a life debt. That means that we're yours.
Ram turns around at that and says, "What?"
It's the way of our people. It's even exchange.
Ram shakes his head.
An eye for an eye. If you gave us life back by saving us, that means we have to give that life to you.
So you want to come with us?
It's my people's tradition.
Ram says, "Do you have family and friends you want to go back to?"
I have some siblings,
Do you get along with your siblings?
as well as everyone else, I guess. There's a lot of rivalry and camaraderie. I don't really know what you're asking about.
If you were to come with us, you could not tell people where you're from.
But she blinks and she opens her mouth. What?
I believe you know Valor, of Valor at least.
Oh, you're from. Oh,
We're
dear.
associated with them.
They look pretty nervous. If they don't ever get word from us or find us, they'll probably assume we died somehow. That happens out here every once in a while. Someone drowns in the quicksand or ends up somewhere they're not supposed to be or gets hunted. That's... Yeah, fine. Well,
Bleeding Heart
maybe not fine, but you know what I mean.
I nod and say,
They'll look for us, but then they'll call it off.
Dart. Okay. Ram is going to turn around, put a paw on Dart's shoulder, and say, "If you have family and friends that you would rather return to, I'm not going to force you to come with us. I would appreciate if you did decide to go home, if you would definitely, if we ever pop back in your area, encourage them not to kill us. But I'm not going to take you away from your family. That's something that you should cherish. That's the connections you make in life are precious."
She kind of looks down. Well, I can't really make that decision for her, though. She gestures at the milk tank.
Ram is going to turn around and say, "As soon as she's stabilized, we'll give her the same choice, or I will."
regardless
I'm not leaving her.
of your decision,
Protecting her was my responsibility.
regardless though, you should probably come with us for now.
It's not like we are not going the same way, anyways. We are still going to the savannah ourselves. And I offer him the oran berry.
They look down at it and, after a moment, gingerly take it. Thanks.
Oh, no worries.
Ram's going to try to psychically talk to Aya. See, since she's psychic, maybe she'll pick it up. He's going to say, "Might be bringing these friends with us until they can move." I don't know if she'll pick it up or not.
You see Aya frown a little bit more. You see a slight physical reaction when you send that signal towards her. And you see her eyes glance at yours.
He's going to point at both of them and then point at the RV, or the rover.
Yes, sir. Wait, who did you point to?
No, Ram is pointing at both of the Sneasel one at the mill tank, and then pointing at the RV, but looking at Aya.
She nods. She got message.
Ram is going to turn around to the Sneasel and say, "I guess if you're going to stay with her, I need to make sure that she's okay. So if you guys want to get on top of the rover and go with us, that's fine. Then you can decide from there."
Yes, sir.
Ram frowns.
Can I have some help, please?
Sure.
She says, looking at the much larger being.
Ram is, definitely looking at Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
And Ram's going to write down on the notebook for Aya, just telling her what's going on.
What the fuck happened out here? Oh, I guess we saved him.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you guys going with? Oh, I see. That's where you're going with.
Ram just writes down on the notebook, "This is ours now."
He squints a little bit. I guess you can. Take some of the. Damn it! I blanked on the saying.
As they're doing this, I'm casually picking up Moo Cow.
You pick up Moo Cow. Darts anxiously follows along as you take them.
Can I pat him on the head when I see that he's actually just like calming down, and I say him that, and I tell him, don't be worried. Ram is very good at healing people, and if worse comes to worse, I can use my light to heal her.
Meanwhile, there are 3 humans gathered around Ram as he kind of types things out to Aya. So what exactly is going on? We're taking them. The milk tank is injured. They need to be treated. I see. Well, I guess we went through the trouble of saving them, so having them bleed out on us would be kind of a waste of effort.
Ram nods.
What
And then
about-
writes, once she's conscious, or once the milk tank is conscious, they may go back to their tribe.
Tribe? Now that I look at it, they are wearing some things, kind of like you guys were.
Ram nods. And then writes, I'm not a huge fan of their tribe, actually, but I don't mind helping someone in need.
Rowan kind of raises his eyebrows. So we've stumbled into some inter-tribe politics.
Okay, Ram's going to write down, that tribe has a history of kidnapping my Pokemon.
Oh. Aya looks at you. Excuse me?
Ram nods and says, I was adopted by a Blissey and a Raichu.
They kind of just blink a little bit, and Rowan just chuckles dryly to himself. Well, this is going to have an extra level of complication to make things interesting then. I get to see some Pokemon tribes do their thing. Alright, well, they're ours now. Let's get going. Reeve speaks up. Well, we might as well maybe just take a break here and set up camp.
Ram is going to, well, actually, Marcus already said about the land desert monster, and he's going to write down, apparently sandstorms are a sign of a giant Pokemon underground, and then show it to Reeve.
He nods his head. Yeah, that thing. He points it at the antenna coming off the top of the ship. If there's a sandstorm coming, we'll see it. Long
Ram
before it
shrugs.
hits us. We have the advantage of an early warning system that a lot of Pokemon lack.
Ram writes down, thank you.
And you see him grin and point straight up into the sky.
Oh god, satellites. Ram is going to write down, thank you. I'm going to go help the milk tank recover.
And with that, I think we will call it here.
That went well.
Wow.
That went very unexpected.
Those guys,
Honestly,
you were saying, Noah?
so I was about to say, honestly, it actually would have been pretty funny if Titania just went ahead and killed this stupid bitch.
I mean, I also rolled a 6 in luck, so it was fine.
Yeah, they wouldn't have choked to death if it did go through, but you had to contend with Dart first.
Oh.
Yeah. Sadly, today wasn't a good rolling day.
For many people.
Yeah.
Those guys were all amateur, so you were going to curb stomp.
Oh wow, yeah, no, that's easy.
I mean, like last week, I think with my D&D group, we had a streak of like 15 rolls under 8 on a D20. Both us and the GM. So it hasn't been a good week for rolling.
Silas, I have a question.
Yes.
When we ranked up and I got an insight, I picked up Quick Attack, but can I switch that out for Thunder Shock?
You haven't used Quick Attack yet, have you?
No,
I will let you do it, but don't
if-
make a habit of it.
I just hadn't thought of it
Also,
until this battle.
bye everyone, I need to go to sleep.
See ya.
Bye, see ya. Later.